we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. The learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to analyze the 3 E's of economics, understand the positive and normative economics, the ceteris paribus, and the differences between classical, Keynesian, and modern economics. So are you guys ready? Let's start.
So, good evening, everyone. I am Marie-France Villamer, first reporter from BSP2L. So, my topic is all about the first 3 3 Es for economic, which is the efficiency. So, the next slide po. So, efficiency measures how successfully the inputs have been transformed into outputs. So, ang efficiency daw po is generally means operating at the lowest possible cost for whatever it is that you're producing, whatever output you are creating. So, the next slide po. So, efficiency also is about making the most of available resources, ensuring that an organization is getting the most in terms of quality and quantity from its input. So, efficiency daw po is minimize niya yung waste of resources, which is kung gagawa ka ng output or outcome, you have to minimize your resources, the raw materials, energy, and time. Included dito is yung laborer. Kasi, for instance, kung magpapagawa ka ng mga projects, kung i-consume ng laborer yung time nila sa walang kwentang bagay, is ma-waste yung time nila kung saan dapat is may ma-accomplish silang desired outcome. So in general, something is efficient if nothing is wasted, and all the process optimized. So that's all for me po. Thank you. Next reporter.
Good evening, everyone. Naririnig po ba ako?
Yes, yes po.
So today po, I will discuss about the economy in 3 E's in economics. Economy focus on input was money wasted. Getting the right inputs on the lowest cost or getting a good deal. Represent value for money and delivering the required service and budget on time and other resource contains and economy resources acquisition. So, siguro alam naman po natin na economy ay economy ay yung ekonomiya or pamamalakad or dispensation economy policy regulation system. Next slide po. So the example of economy is supplying, buying, selling, and consumption of goods and service. So another ano pa po pala ng economy is the careful terrify management of resources such as money, materials, or labor. Yan lang po. Thank you.
So, good evening to everyone. I am Charlie Silas Basanya from BSE2K, and today we are to talk about the economics effectiveness. Next slide po. In its broader meaning, effectiveness means obtaining the best possible results in production, the distribution of goods and or services at the lowest possible cost. So, ibig sabihin daw po nito is sa mas malawak daw pong kahulugan nito, ang pagiging epektibo daw po na nangangahulugan ng pagkuha ng pinakamahusay sa posibleng mga resulto sa produksyon, ang pamamahagi ng mga kalakal o serbisyo sa pinakamahalagang posibleng halaga. So sa madaling salita daw po, isang negosyo na nagpapakita ng pagiging epektibo sa ekonomiya sa pamamagitan ng pag-optimize sa proseso ng pagpili ng mga input o pagkilos daw po sa ibang paraan. So next slides po. So what is an example of effectiveness in economics? Ano daw po ba yung ibig sabihin na or halimbawa ng effectiveness in economics? Economics efficiency indicates a balance of loss and benefits. Examples, a farmer wants to sell part of his land. The individual that will pay the most of the land uses that resources more efficiently than someone who does not pay the most money for the land. So, halimbawa nga dito, nabanggit dito sa PowerPoint is ang kahusayan sa ekonomiya daw ay nagpapahiwatig ng pagkawala at benepisyo. So, halimbawa daw po nito is, dito nga po is isang magsasaka or isa daw pong magsasaka na ang gustong ibenta ang bahagi ng kanyang lupa. Ang individual na magbabayad ng pinakamalaki para sa lupa ay ang gumagamit ng mapagkukunan ng mas mahusay kaysa sa isang tao na hindi nagbabayad o hindi nagbabayad ng pinakamaraming pera para sa lupa po. So, that's all po. Thank you po.
Good evening everyone. My name is Kate Veronica Birongap. So my topic is all about positive economic. So when we say positive economics, it focuses on the fact and cause and effect relationship. It describes what happened and why it happened. It is testable and avoid judgment. So example of positive economics, during summer, the sun's brightly. More people will wear sunscreen to protect their skin. However, in winter, less people wear sunscreen because it is not hot. Next. So, why it is a positive statement? Because the demand for sunscreen product during summer is more than that during winter. Because it can be tested by collecting and studying sales report from a specific shop, pharmacy, or mall that sells sunscreen product. So, sabi daw po dito, yung shop, pharmacy, or mall, mas madami po yung benta nila tuwing summer po kesa sa winter. Kasi sino nga pong gagamit ng sunscreen sa winter hindi naman nga mainit. So next po. So conclusion, positive economics is a system of economics that is based on objective, factual information that can be proven true or false by using a scientific approach. It can be used as a reliable source for decision-making purpose for a business or government authority. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Okay, next po ako na po yung magre-report about the negative, wait lang po. About po sa normative economics. Pag sinabi pong negative, normative economics is focuses on the value of economics fairness or what the economics should be or ought to be. Ibig sabihin po ito yung mga nagpapakita ng fairness sa economics. Lagi pong ginagamit pag sinabi pong normative is lagi pong ginagamit yung word na should be or ought to be. Example, the government should increase taxes on tobacco products in order to reduce smoking. Or ito na po yung pumapasok dito na yung kailangan daw ng government na mas ma-increase yung taxes sa tobacco para daw po yung mga gumagamit ng sigarilyo or yung mga taong nag-smoke is ma-less po. Pero sa nangyayari ngayon, sa nakikita ko is kahit mahal na yung presyo ng sigarilyo or ng cigarettes is mostly marami pa ring tao yung gumagamit nito. Next is statements that reflect as opinion which cannot be proved or disproved by references to the facts. Kung yung positive po is what to do, dito po is should to do. Ibig sabihin sadyang kailangang gawin. Like for example, or pwede din masabing hindi siya proven kasi mahirap na maipaliwanag or mahirap na ma-explain sa iba na ito ay magiging totoo. Like example is the level of unemployment must be 5% maximum. Opinion lang po kasi siya kaya cannot be proved or disproved by the reference to the fact. Kung sa po 'di ba sa positive is fact dito po is medyo hindi po. Sa madaling sabi hindi kasi ito po ay should do lang po. Next is a way of describing and explaining what economics behavior ought to be, not what the actual is. It doesn't involve value of judgments because it seeks to make recommendations for action. Like for example po yung kay Luigi, di ba po, yung sa medical, ito na po yung example, the government shall be provide basic healthcare to all citizens. Almost ginagawa na po talaga ito para po magkaroon ng recommendations for actions. Ito na po yung ginagawa ng mga politiko or ng mga governments, employees, or etc. na makapagbigay po ng tulong sa citizen. Talaga pong kailangan pong gawin. Yun po yung normative economics. Ito po yung conclusion. Normative economics plays an essential role in shaping economic policies and social choices. However, it is crucial to approach normative statements with critical thinking, recognize their subjective nature, and consider a range of perspective and values when evaluating economic policies and outcomes. Kasi po, di ba, minsan nagkakaproblema sa mga tao, sa mga bagay-bagay, at etc. po. Thank you po. Again, ako po si Catherine Bayas from BSED 2D. Thank you po. Naintindihan po ba? Anyone?
Opo.
Next reporter.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Katrina B. Brigola from 2N, and today I will be discussing Ceteris paribus. Next. Ceteris paribus, we have three content. First is the Ceteris paribus meaning, and the second one is the example of Ceteris paribus. The third one is the summary. Ceteris paribus means other things being equal. But except those under immediate consideration are held constant. It is used in economics to refer to the assumption that all other factors or variables are held constant in order to isolate the effects of variables on an economic outcomes. It is a shorthand indications of the effects of one economic variables into another. Provide all the other variables, the quantity demanded of sugar will decrease. Next po. This is the summary. Ceteris paribus. First one is the other things being equal. The second one was an assumption in which we examine a change in the variables but hold all other variables constant. The third one was allow us to isolate the effects of single variables. That's all. Thank you po.
Good evening, everyone. I will discuss the classical economics. But before I start, let me introduce myself. I am Nathaniel Salonga from BSE2N. So, my topic is the classical economy. Advocate the development of free economic which minimal government intervention to trigger economic growth. Yung classical economic is based on the ideas of economics that such as Adam Smith. Si Adam Smith po is the economist philosopher. It emphasized importance of free markets and minimal government intervention in the economy. According to the classical economists, market are self-regulating. Yung example naman po is the concept of individual hand owned by Adam Smith. He suggests that the pursuit of self-interest in a free market can benefit society as a whole. That's all po. Thank you.
Tiri.
Good evening, everyone. So I will discuss the Keynesian. Slide po. So what is Keynesian? Keynesian economics is an macroeconomics theory that suggests that in times of economic downturn, the government should intervene to stimulate demand by increasing government spending or cutting taxes. So, ang Keynesian po, ito po yung tataguyod ng kahalagahan ng pampublikong gastusin ng pamahalaan upang mapabuti ang ekonomiya tugunan ang mga suliranin ng kawalan ng trabaho at kakulangan ng demand. Next po. The theory was developed by British economist John Maynard Keynes in 1930s during the Great Depression. So John Maynard Keynes was a British economist and a philosopher whose ideas fundamentally changed the theory and practice of macroeconomics and the economic policies of governments. Next po. So there are two principles in the Keynesian. So the first one is the aggregate demand. So aggregate demand refers to the total demand for goods and services in an economy at a given price level and within a specific time. It is influenced by factors such as consumer spending, investment, government expenditure, and net exports. So ang aggregate demand, ito po ay tumutukoy sa kabuoang demand ng mga mamimili, kumpanya at pamahalaan sa mga produkto at serbisyo ng isang ekonomiya. So pag tumaas po yung aggregate demand, maaaring pong tumaas yung trabaho at kita at kalahatang kalagayan ng ekonomiya. So the second one is multiplier effect. Multiplier effect refers to the phenomenon where an initial change in spending or investment leads to a larger total impact on the overall economy. So ang multiplier effect naman po ay nagpapakita kung paano ang pagtaas ng gastos ng pamahalaan na maaaring magdulot ng mas malaking pagtaas ng kabuuang gastos sa ekonomiya. Halimbawa po nito ay kung maglalaan ng pamahalaan ng pondo para sa pagpapagawa ng mga infrastruktura tulad ng kalsada at tulay, ay dumarami din po ang mga gawa upang gawin ito. Yun lamang po. Thank you.
Antoinette, di ka masyadong marinig.
Kalakal o serbisyo, mga negosyo o mga tao sa mga industry. Ang mga ito ay maaaring lumalay din.
Today I will discuss the modern economics. Next po. Modern economists define economics as the science of growth and efficiency. As in the contemporary world, economics focuses the rate of growth and how much the scarce resources are efficiently used, that is without wastage in order to derive the maximum utility. So, the science of efficiency, wait. is when all goods and factors of production in an economy are distributed or allocated to their most valuable uses and waste is eliminated or minimized. So, ang mga modernong ekonomiya ay ekonomiya kung saan mayroong mga aktibidad na
Naka-tricycle ka, ano yan? Enough ko na sa record ko, ano?
everyone, my name is Rose Anne Marie A. Babila from BSA 2N. So, the summary of our topic is the economy, efficiency, and economies are all essential components of a sound program management. A positive economic also is a science which is based on